Too much toxin. A Chicago area man is arrested by federal agents. He's accused of posing as a doctor to buy an extremely potent poison normally used for medical research and very deadly for humans. CNN's Susan Rojan is live in our Chicago bureau today. Susan, this is so strange. I mean, this is a chemical that's normally found in the puffer fish, right?
That's right. In the puffer fish, the Japanese puffer fish, if you've ever eaten in a high-end Japanese restaurant, this fish can only be prepared by government certified chefs, because if they don't prepare the fish properly, people could die from eating it. There's a toxin in the fish. It's also the same toxin, Reggie, that is on the skin of frogs in the Amazon. That's what the Amazonian natives use to make blow darts. It's a muscle paralyzer, and a little goes a long way. Very, very lethal in very small amounts. The FBI says that it needed to bring in its anti-terrorism task force in their hazmat suits to search the home of 35-year-old Edward Bachner. Now, he was arrested when he tried to buy some tetrodotoxin. He'd actually ordered it, they say, from a chemical supply company in New Jersey by trying to pass himself off as a medical researcher. But the chemical supplier didn't buy it, called the FBI, and an undercover agent gave Edward Bachner some of this tetrodotoxin, and he was charged with possession of a toxin that carries a 10-year prison term if he is convicted. So he took possession of this tetrodotoxin according to the FBI. Then the FBI went and searched his home in suburban Chicago, and it was a real shock to the neighborhood.
Not something that we'd like to see. Hopefully that it doesn't last too long and they can find out what was happening and it wasn't something that endangered the neighborhood.
Are you surprised by this?
Yes, very much so.
There's no immediate danger to anybody in the community. Just out of abundance of caution, we have all our assets out here to look at the stuff that we're finding in the search.
Now, the search warrant was sealed by a judge, Reggie, so we don't know yet what they may have found in his home, if anything. They say that Edward Bachner tried to order 98 milligrams. Now, you know, I've got a vitamins in my little case. You might have seen it. To a 100 milligram vitamin, you know, is tiny. So 98 milligrams is a small amount, but they say that could be lethal. The FBI says it does not know yet what Edward Bachner might have wanted to do with this. He's 35 years old again, lives in suburban Chicago. According to neighbors, he's married, no children. The couple was active in neighborhood groups. So people really don't know what he would have intended to do with this, Reggie.
Does he have any sort of criminal record? Do we know?
Apparently not. Apparently he was squeaky clean. We do know, though, Reggie, that you can't buy this toxin, this tetrodotoxin, from a pharmacy. They don't keep it. It is used in legal medical research. It's used in trying to stop pain in people with terminal cancer, people with migraines, even used sometimes as a pain reducer in heroin withdrawal. And it's been used lately in Alzheimer's research because they say that the way this tetrodotoxin paralyzes muscles and kills cells is similar to the way that Alzheimer's kills brain cells. So there are some true legitimate medical uses for it, but again, highly toxic, very deadly, and we just don't know yet what this person might have wanted to do with it.
I guess the system worked in this case, though, because he wasn't allowed to purchase it legally. The authorities were alerted. I suppose in some ways the safeguards were there.
Yeah, it seems like it. It says the FBI says that there was an alert clerk at this chemical supply company. Apparently, Edward Bachner, according to the FBI, made up a phony medical research name, Strategic Research, gave a slightly different variation of his name. But apparently there was not enough proof, authentication to verify that he was a legitimate medical researcher. And so the FBI says, and I thought this was interesting, Reggie, that it wasn't enough just to order this chemical. That is legal. It's legal to order the toxin. But federal statutes regulate who can possess it and in what quantity.
Okay.
And so that's why the FBI agent actually had to have some of the tetrodotoxin with him to physically give to Edward Bachner yesterday here in Illinois so that Edward Bachner could be charged with actual possession.
He had to touch it.
Of course, the FBI took it right back again.
Got it.
He had to have it. He had to have possession of it.
That is very interesting. CNN Susan Rojan in Chicago for us. Susan, thanks so much.
You bet.